evening. I am going on an adventure and I think I'm finally de-stressed enough to do the welcome for this video. I am on my way to Newhaven to catch the overnight ferry to Dieppe to cycle 100 miles to the outskirts of Paris to pick up the men's Olympic road race route and hopefully see the pros go past in the peloton if I make it in time. It's a race against the clock. I will have, I think, from the time the ferry is due to arrive until when I think the riders are going to go past Saint-Germain-en-Laye, I think I'll have 7.5 hours. I do have a plan B if I miss them, which is to pick up the route later on, because the Olympic route is a big loop, so I'll have plenty of time to then get to the second planned route, which I might go to anyway, depending on how I feel and how the day's going. But the reason I said I was needing to de-stress is because I don't have the route on my Wahoo. It is just refusing to sync. I tried for an hour and a quarter before I left tonight, and it's still not on there. I've got one more thing I'm going to try, which is to plan a new route without the ferry crossing, because I won't need that once I'm in Newhaven. I think I can make my way there and then see if it will sync. Maybe that's what's confusing it. I really hope so. Otherwise it's going to be awkward. I left the house 45 minutes later than planned, so it's a bit of a race to get to Newhaven. But my current average speed is 17.8 miles an hour, and I've got another 14 miles to go and an hour and a quarter to do it, which should be absolutely fine. Which is why I'm de-stressed, and I'm okay, and I'm zen, and I am chill. That's the preamble. We're now in Hove, and just keep on going along the coast to Newhaven and hopefully find the ferry port. Okay, we've made it to Newhaven ferry terminal, and I guess we go in the passenger entrance. I'm not allowed to take my bike in, I need to lock that up somewhere. Went to check in inside, but I've been told that I need to pretend I'm a car and queue with the cars. But that's what I'm doing. Feels like I'm going to a McDonald's drive-through and just walking my bike through it, which I've thought about doing quite a few times, but I've never actually done. Right, I am here and just waiting in the waiting room for an hour and a quarter before I can go on. I guess that's time I can try and get the route sorted. So I just went outside to grab a drink, and on my way out there's another cycling group, and they've given me some excess chicken pesto pasta that they'd made, and they have too much, so get an extra meal tonight as well. Okay, we're on our way to board. Heading out to lane 8. That pasta was amazing. That's the first time I've cycled on a boat. First of many, hopefully. Or at least 2, because I've got to come back. On the ferry, I brought the wrong phone charger with me, but I've been able to borrow one from someone, which is very fortunate. So I've plugged it into charge. It's charging very slowly, but I hope it gives me enough juice to do what I need to do. I think I've sorted out the routes for the Wahoo. Slightly concerned that I checked the travel documentation, says we arrive at 5. Doesn't give me much time to get to where I need to go for the first point. I don't know if I can do 100 miles in 6.5 hours. I don't know if I can do it in 7.5, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what time we actually get off the ferry and on the bike. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Hello, it is 10 to 5 in the morning. I'm the only one down here because I am keen to get away, it is going to be very, 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 very difficult to get there in time. But I'm still going to try. Did not have a good night's sleep. Got rested, but did not really sleep. Maybe 2 hours sleep in total. My phone was not good. I brought the wrong charger. I was able to borrow a charger from someone, and then couldn't find them this morning to give the charger back. So I've got a charger now, at least, I guess. So thank you to that guy, whoever you are. Just gonna stretch and stuff now while we wait to enter port. So I don't know if you can see me, but you'll be able to hear me at least. Hopefully. I am now on the Avenue Verte, which is an old railway line that's been tarmacked over, and it's, by all accounts, a very nice little greenway. Can't really see a lot though, but a little bit I can see. Yeah, it's green. I'll see you when it's lighter. Hey, the sun is out. Well, it's daylight. It's very overcast and cloudy, but that's fine. My average speed is only 15.1, which will not be enough to get me to Saint-Germain-en-Laye before the Peloton go through. And I think I just need to accept that. I'm really hungry, really need some breakfast. I've only had a snack bar. This really not good morning prep for a potentially 200-mile cycle today, of which I am 19 miles into. Avenue Verte is nice. It's a little bit boring, just due to the flatness, but there's like, it's either flat or like 1% gradient, so it's constantly going slightly uphill, at least it feels like it. It's my lack of energy from a lack of food is making this difficult. It's 6:25 AM, so nothing's open. Not that I've seen anywhere. I think once I get off this greenway, I'm obviously more likely to see some little towns and villages and what have you. It is quite nice along here. You got bits of woodland, bit of field, evidence of the old railway. Some old trap there. There's also been a couple of station houses and one set of station platforms. It's all overgrown and things now, but it's nice. Been out for an hour and a quarter. I've seen one other cyclist, and I've scouted out a good spot for the bivvy for tonight, if I can make it back that far. It's got picnic tables and quite a lot of green space. So I think I'll just go down to the bottom of that and pitch up. So it'll be dark, and if I pitch there, I'll be getting up at 3:30 in the morning, because I should be back at the ferry port for 4:30, ready for a 6 AM departure. I'm not really feeling it so far. I had hoped the race element of racing to get to Saint-Germain-en-Laye would have lasted a lot longer than this, and it would have been a lot closer, but just not realising that I got in at 5 and not at 4. I don't know why it takes an hour longer to get here than it does going back, because it's only 4 hours on the return journey. It's 5 hours here. Maybe you have to go slower when it's dark, I don't know. But it's a little bit frustrating, because I thought I'd have 7.5 hours. I actually had 6.5. I actually had about 6 hours 15 by the time I got off the ferry. And there's no way that I can do 100 miles in 6 and a bit hours. My mood will lift. I'm sure it will. Just accepting that I'm missing Saint-Germain-en-Laye, but I will still see the Peloton at Pavé des Gardes, which will be in many hours. Hello, we're 2 hours 10 minutes in. I'm really struggling. My average speed is 14.4. I've gone 31 miles I just need some food. I've been past a couple of cafes, neither of which were open. I'm just fantasizing about different foods now. Maybe I'll find a McDonald's or even just a little bakery or a petrol station. Quite bored of Avenue Verte. It is nice for what it is, but it's boring. I've still only seen that one cyclist that I saw earlier, plus one dog walker, plus one person just out walking. Which, if you want peace and quiet and tranquility, is great. But I need something to stimulate my brain, and this isn't doing it. I'm taking a break. I just come into a bit of civilization, and there's McDonald's, so I'm sat at McDonald's. They don't open for another half hour, but I've decided I am going to be much better off having a proper breakfast, as proper as McDonald's is, but I just need energy. So I'm just going to sit here for half an hour until they open, get some food, and then hopefully have a bit more energy to push on. Also gives me the opportunity to charge my phone a bit more, because it was only at 30% when I got off the ferry. So that was incredibly stressful. Managed to borrow a charger from someone, but the charging point didn't work. I kind of had restless, very restless 2 hours sleep. Wasn't really sleep. Woke up at 2:30 to check my phone. It was still on like 0% and just staying on. But as soon as I unplugged it, it died. After finding another charging point, I got it charged at 30%, but it's not enough. So I'm going to charge it some more now. 33 miles in, 2 hours 20. It's not a good pace. It's really not a good pace. Considering how flat it is not a good pace. But I'll make it to the second point, and I need to remember what the point of this trip is to see the Olympic cycling, ideally spending as little money as possible. So the ferry was £28 each way, so 56 in total, and then it's just whatever I spend on food and drink. An egg and bacon muffin, pancakes, espresso, orange juice. I don't drink coffee, don't like coffee, but they don't do tea, so, well, they do mint tea and chamomile tea, but I just need a caffeine hit. I'm trying to wake up a bit. Food, hot food. Okay, that was an hour break, an hour stop, but I think was absolutely the correct decision. I've had some hot food, had a coffee, it was horrible, but hopefully it keeps me going a little bit. I've put the down jacket away, got the rain jacket out. It's a bit drizzly, it's not very warm at all. It's supposed to be about 20 degrees later on. Should be fine, but yeah, right now it's a bit chilly. I think we're done with Avenue Verte, which I'm happy about. I was looking at the elevation graph while in McDonald's, and that first 30 miles was just gradually uphill, not by a huge amount, only from sea level to about 600 feet, but just up the whole way, very slightly. So we've got a bit of undulation now for the rest of the ride, which I'm happy about. And we're civilization. We're here. Hello. It's been an hour since I last checked in, and we're now on a little forest path. It's a bit gravelly in places and okay in others, so I just need to pick a good line up the hill to avoid the gravel. I missed this turning, was flying down a hill, and it's yeah, easy to miss. So I added on probably a quarter of a mile. When you factor in going too far past and having to come back whence I came. But it's been good. I'm feeling a lot better mentally and physically. The food really helped. The caffeine in the coffee probably helped a fair bit as well. Might make me a coffee convert. The average speed from when I stopped at McDonald's was 14.2 miles per hour. That's now up to 14.8. So it's been a good little hour. Had my fastest 5-mile section as well, which was, I was 35 to 40. So that felt good. Don't love this gravel. Found a supermarket and get some food because I'm in need of food again. So yeah, let's do a bit of a trolley dash. See what we can find. And see if they do pre-made sandwiches, and if not, I'll just get some bread and some ham and I'll make up my own. Right, that seemed fairly successful. I'm just sat on the floor in the street making up a baguette, and then I'll repack the bag a little bit as well. Working well, that. Six hours in now. It's just gone 11. It's 10 past 11. So the men's road race is underway, and I don't think I'm going to do 33 miles faster than the pro peloton. We'll do probably by now about 25 kilometers. It's not going to happen. But we're still going to go that way because it's on the route, and we'll see what we missed. I won't see it, obviously. So very unhelpfully, we've got a dead end. Now most places would put up diversion signs, but I've not seen any. But looking at the map, I might be able to sneak through that way, or if not, there's maybe a road there. I'm going to check if there's a road there, and hope we don't detour too much. Well, the sun's come out, and it is getting warm. 101 miles done. I'm struggling a lot now because this route was supposed to end at 98 miles, but because of all the detours and missing turnings, I don't know when it's going to end. I don't know how much longer I've got. And then I got another 10.2 miles after that. I'm really hungry and thirsty, but I just feel like I'm so close to civilization that I just keep plugging on, powering through. But it's soul destroying when you go past the distance that you were supposed to finish. The map's not giving me any clues, it's just ramping up higher and higher and higher, climbing up and up and up and up and up. My toes are really numb and quite sore. Decided I'm going to get the train probably halfway or 3/4 of the way back, because otherwise I'm not going to get back to a good spot to wild camp until 1 in the morning, and that's no good. That's not going to work. Assuming I do the same pace back as I'm doing here, so 8.5 hours for 100 miles, but I'm flagging so much, I don't think that's realistic. So yeah, I need to try and find a train, but food and drink first. Take the barriers down. So this is where they would have been. This is where I would have been if I'd made it to the first point. But I was 2 hours late. Even if the ferry had been an hour earlier, I would not have done it. 10 to 2. I've no idea where the race is. I'm probably an hour away from where I need to be. There's a cafe here. I'm tempted to get food here. No, I think I'll carry on. I don't want to come all this way and then miss it, right? If they're going super quick and they're at like 2:30, I could miss it. I could still miss it. Shit. Yeah, they could just be an hour away, so I need to go now. Decision made. Right, I've made it. I don't know where the race is, but there's not too many people here, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of urgency, so I've gone and got a drink, 2 drinks, Coke water and an ice cream, just tummy through. I'm right by the feed zone as well, so I'm going to walk down and have a little nosy at the feed zone. I didn't go down to the feed zone. I decided I might do that afterwards. Sitting here waiting. I can't get the internet on my phone for some reason, so no idea where the race is. I hear a helicopter there. So maybe they're close. I don't know. I'm ready. Definitely a lot more action. Bikes, vehicles, wheels, helicopters, camera bikes, TV bikes. Woo! Ireland in second. Don't know who it is. It was 3 Team GB in that group, not far behind the breakaway. It's not the full pack though. I think that might be it. If there's anyone left, they're not in contention. I thought I'd see if I could snap anything from the feed zone, but they clean up fast. There are like 2 people left there. It's efficient. Okay, we've got a plan. The plan is cycle to a train station that is now 4 miles away to, oh, where are we going? Gare de Rouen, and then cycle from there to the wild camp spot. Should be there at a reasonable time. I think the train's about 2 hours, something like that. And then maybe 25 to 30 miles to the wild camp spot. So yeah, we should be good. Hopefully we can get the bike on the train. I think it's the kind of train that you don't need to book. You just bring it on and pray there's a space. So hopefully get there early-ish, because it's starting at this station as well. Foundation Louis Vuitton. Pretty funky. Funky. Also, this way I get to see a little bit more Paris, because I'm going more central now. Look what I've just spotted. Reckon I can sneak in with my decades-old jersey? That might fool them. Probably won't, will it? I'm in the Champs-Élysées, riding the cobbles, like I'm finishing the Tour de France or suiting. So I made it onto a train. It's raining though, which wasn't part of the plan. Hopefully it's not raining when we get off. at Rouen, get the train as far as Rouen, and then it's 47 miles, give or take, to Dieppe. So by taking the train, basically knocked 60 miles off the ride, which I think is a sensible idea. I think cycling 108 miles back after already cycling, what was it, 114, would have killed me. I wouldn't have got back to the camping spot until probably at best 1 o'clock in the morning. Bear in mind I'm planning on leaving the camping spot around 10 to 4. Wouldn't give me a lot of sleep. So yeah, getting the train, bike is on the train, that's all been fine. I'm ready for bed, to be honest, but I've still got 36-ish miles to cycle once I get off at the train station to the camp spot. Kind of want to get some more food as well though, see what's at the station. I think maybe try and grab some croissants or something for breakfast in the morning. I've had another McDonald's, 2 McDonald's today. I'm not proud of myself, but just weren't really the options at the time I needed them. I would have loved to have gone to that cafe before I went to watch the cycling, but I don't think I would have seen the cycling if I stopped to have steak frites at that cafe. So again, that was the right decision. Let's hope this rain stops. I think we've got about 35 minutes until we get to Rouen. So I'm charging my stuff. Kind of glad that I couldn't find the guy to give his charger back, because I've used it a lot. I would have bought one at the first opportunity, but it's been handy. We are in Rouen. I've just been into the little supermarket to get some supplies. Got a litre bottle of water, a litre bottle of Orangina, which is entirely Katie Kookaburra's influence, and I've got some chocolate crepes for breakfast, and maybe a little treat when I get to the campsite. We'll see. Yeah, let's get pedaling. What's been happening? Well, it's rained a lot. It had started to ease off about 10 minutes ago, but it's coming back again. Just kind of drizzle now. I'm on 16.3 miles in that hour, which is good. I'm feeling okay. 20 miles to go until we camp. I'm very, very hopeful that it just stops raining. Not too long to go now. Just over an hour, I reckon. Okay, we've made it. Got a fairly sheltered spot here. That's 37.6 miles. In the end, it is bucketing it down now. I am soaking wet. This could have been so good on a dry day. Right, let's just get this bivvy set up and go to sleep. Let's see if I can use my headlight as a thing. Ooh. Oh, spooky. This is ridiculous. It's so wet. I'm gonna be so wet in the morning. Please, 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 please stop raining. Don't rain all night. Good night. Good morning. 3:30, the alarm's just gone off. I'm cold and damp. I think I slept a bit. Not a lot, not for very long. I'm going to get up, pack up, get to the ferry. Now I'm a bit more awake, I can actually speak. It's probably about 3:45 by now, 10 to 4 maybe. A little bit of faffing. I've actually got half an hour longer than I've told myself I actually have. I just need to pack up. At least it stopped raining overnight. I did dry out a little bit. That was not a pleasant night's sleep. Alright, the ferry port in good time. Sat in traffic while someone's car gets checked. We made it. I'm going to sit on the ferry. I'm hoping the restaurant is open on the ferry to get some breakfast. I could do with a hot meal that's not McDonald's. We are leaving France, heading back to Britain, and yeah, just gonna sign off the video with a few final thoughts really. I think firstly, I'm just actually really proud of myself. I cycled 150 miles on about 2 hours sleep, and a lot of the ride is a bit of a blur, to be honest, so I'm quite looking forward to editing this video and watch it back and reminisce and remember the journey, because it was one of the greatest adventures I've had on a bike so far. I mean, what I do remember is that the first 33 miles of the ride were rough, like really rough, struggled a lot. I think I don't like Avenue Verte, I don't like greenways like that. They are brilliant for what they are and what they do, and I think if you're doing an epic ride, they're not great. It's just very stop-start, lots of intersections. It's the same reason that a lot of cycle paths are just no good, and you're better off on the road, unfortunately. And that kind of long, draggy uphill first 30 miles, it really, really demotivated me, to be honest. And I think just that lack of sleep, the fact I was hungry, made me seriously consider quitting early on. I definitely had thoughts of I could turn back, I could just hang out in Dieppe for the day. I'd already scouted out my wild camp spot, so I would just go back there to sleep, but I'm so glad that I persevered. The second 30 miles was really enjoyable. Rolling hills, great roads, actually having to think, because on the greenway you just kind of get bored. Having to think and change gear and actually be aware of traffic and just stay switched on. I love that, that was so good. I mean, I've got to do a special shout out to McDonald's as well. Dan Mackey's really saved my ass when I went and had breakfast. I think had I not done that, I would maybe have quit. But that just gave me the energy, so that combined with the more enjoyable roads, my mood picked up massively. And the fact that my average speed for the first 30 was 14.2 and that picked up to 15.3, whatever it was, the next, it tells you how much better that was after I had breakfast. Also, McDonald's was pretty much the only place I could get Wi-Fi because my mobile roaming wasn't working, which was frustrating. It kind of related to stopping at McDonald's and waiting for half an hour for them to open. I'm also really proud of the decisions I made on this trip. It wasn't exactly as I thought it would go, and that combination of just being kind to myself made the trip so much more enjoyable. Instead of just pushing myself to and beyond my limits, So just sitting and waiting for half an hour until Mackey's opened, and also taking the train back from Paris to Rouen. Had I tried to cycle back, I don't think I would have done it, and it wouldn't have been fun, especially when the rain came. That was crap. And yeah, I think one of the big learnings for me on this trip is just be kind to yourself. I'm going to be kind to myself on these trips, and even if it's not exactly what I had planned, be adaptable and make it work for how you're feeling at the time. Speaking of the rain, I am very grateful for my waterproof ride wallet, especially after what happened on the Badger Divide. I do wish I had brought a clean t-shirt, a dry t-shirt or something to sleep in, because sleeping in wet clothes wasn't pleasant. And again, didn't get an awful lot of sleep, maybe 3 hours or so. So next time, even if the forecast is dry, bring a dry t-shirt to sleep in, and a towel, just a lightweight towel. The bike was perfect, very proud of them too, absolute dream, just love that bike. But I was also just so caught up in my own adventure that I didn't actually look up who won the road race until this morning, and it was Remco Evenepoel. So good on you. Best of the Brits was Tom Pidcock in 13th. Yeah, that's my ride. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your pals, and yeah, just let me know what you think. It's been great having you along for this ride. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!